Excellent. So this video today, guys, is just to show us how online tutoring works when we tutor people who are either too busy to meet up in person, or if they're in another country or a couple provinces away. So we do have Carol that's here. Carol, can you say hi for me, please?
Hi.
Excellent. So Carol has been our volunteer just to help us promote our online tutoring. She doesn't exactly know the questions because I want this to be as authentic as possible. So Carol, I'm going to bring up some questions here. Typically what happens is students, they'll send us in questions through taking a picture with their phone, and they'll send us an email. We bring it up in a PDF template, and then what we can do there is we can extract questions using a snipping tool. So I'll do that quickly. And the two questions that we're going to do today are these ones. These two here. So I actually don't know how good Carol is in math, but our attempt today is just to relay some information to her. So what we go to next is a OneNote document, and then I put the question there, or whichever tutor there is. So what we're going to do first is question number 5. Okay, Carol?
Okay.
So I'm going to we're going to walk you through it, and then what we're going to do after is we're going to have you attempt the question number 6. And if you have any questions, then you could obviously reach out to me. Do you have a pen and paper and calculator available with you?
Yes, I do.
Excellent. Perfect. So what I do next is I walk the student through, or we walk the student through the question. So question 5 says, Anne donates blood at a rate of 200 milliliters in 3 minutes. How long would it take for Anne to donate 500 milliliters of blood? So typically what we do here is we break down the question, and then we go from there. So let's do question 5. So Carol, this is how I would answer question 5. I always go over the givens. So what is given to you in the question here?
That Anne donates 200 milliliters of blood in 3 minutes.
That's right. So one of the givens is a ratio, which is 200 milliliters every 3 minutes. Right? What else is given to you in this question?
Of how long it would take for her to donate 500 milliliters.
Right. So you want to find the time of how long it takes to donate 500 milliliters. Okay? So Carol, this is how I would set up this question, and then we're going to go through question 6 together, okay? So I'm just going to pause here. So typically when we work with students like this, we can record the sessions online, and then we can send it to them through Google Drive or through email, and in that way they can access this lecture at any time, whether they be on the road as a student athlete, even when we do Excel, those who are doing changes in their career, they can access this at any time. Just to let everyone know, Carol, what kind of device are you currently using?
An iPod.
Great. So Carol's using an iPod. It works on iPads, tablets, Android phones. As long as you have Skype on your phone or the tablet, it will work. So just continue on with the question. Typically, we want to get it the question in time. So what I would start with is 500 milliliters times 3 minutes over 200 milliliters. Okay? And Carol, can you just please write that out and then let me know once you finish that, okay?
Okay. It's finished.
Perfect. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to show you how we're going to get this question and how we're going to answer it. Before I go on, what units do we want our answer to be in?
Well, first you're gonna have to put 500 over x, so it has to be in fraction form.
That's right.
And then you're gonna have to do cross multiplication.
That's right.
So that the minutes are together, and no, for that milliliters and minutes are together.
That's almost correct. That was a very good attempt. And what I'm going to show you is you're pretty much correct up until the last part. And don't worry, that's the reason why I'm here, okay? So what we're going to go through actually is you were right. We are going to do a bit of cross multiplication. So we would have 500 milliliters technically over 1. And then when we cross multiply our numbers, we're going to end up canceling out some of our units.
Oh, I see.
Right? So our milliliters on the 500 will be canceled out by the milliliters by the 200.
Okay.
Okay? So our next step would look like 1500 over 200. Sorry, 1500 minutes over 200.
Okay. So then are you going to divide them?
That's right. So next we would divide our answer. So if you have a calculator with you, typically what we do with students at this point in time is we bring up a calculator on our screen, and then we will just enter in 1500 divided by 200. Now before I go through, did you see how I got that 1500?
Yes.
Excellent. So the 500 times the 300 gives us 1500, and our 200 stays because the only thing that was canceled out was the units, which is milliliters. Okay? Now when we do 1500 divided by 200, we get an answer 7.5. So 7.5, what would be our units?
Minutes.
That's right. From here on, we make a therefore statement. So therefore, Anne donates blood. Therefore, it would take Anne 7.5 minutes to donate 500 milliliters of blood. Right? And that's what we would write in our therefore statement. Carol, did you have any questions at this time?
No, I understood it perfectly.
Perfect. And your honest opinion about the experience so far, is that okay, or is there anything we could change?
No, it was fine.
Excellent.